Sanadan unay saning nanhay agunaraw dudhul ay grunhal ay grunhunin yan. Amen. Someone to repent. Gather yourselves together, you shameful nation, before the decree takes effect, and that day passes like wind-blown chaff. Before my Father's fierce anger comes upon the world. Mayada's revenge for I. You get it, women? Mayada's revenge for I. Which is I am the wrath that comes. You get it, women? Wrath means woman, rights, and the hatur. You can understand that, women? Hatur. The meaning of wrath, or W-R-A-T-H, means woman, rights, and the hatur. Also means woman's rights at Torah. Torah, Bible, Torah, book. Understand that? You do what I have said. Seek righteousness, seek humility. Perhaps you will be sheltered on the day of my Gadol's anger, of my patriarchs. You know, women, because right now they are really furious into what you've been doing. Causing. Get it? There's many meaning of cause. I'll tell you that in the next record. But right now, women, they are really angry to what you've been doing. Gather yourselves together. You think you have seek? You have not. You think you are righteous? You are not. You think you have seek humility? You are not. For you are not and have not. Just like that woman who called herself my daughter. Jehovah, self-righteousness. Many of you here in these channels, in these records, are using names that your own proclamations. Like these pastors, false prophets, false prophetess, prophesying speculation of their own judgment of the earth when they are no W-R-A-T-H. Woman rights at Torah. Wrath. You know? Why woman's wrath at Torah? Because I am the woman you have been blaspheming. The woman. You get it, women? Of the one who in the beginning I hooked into my abode. I was the Bible. I am the EV. EV, EV, EE. EV, EE. It's now double E. You understand, women? Many people claims to be righteous when they're not. You know, like these females who talk about their love to me and then they think you have seek humility. It's not. You have not seek humility, women. Because if you have seek humility, you won't call anyone names. Especially I. For I, the Lord thy God, is angry to you. And you will not be sheltered on that day upon the coming of my kings. You know, women, when I say kings, women, because we were the 12 children of gods, you have been blaspheming. That Nephilim and Reubens is just a maid. You know, just a maid. So don't be proud if you are Nephilim. You think Nephilim, you claims to be Nephilim because you like their tall, you like their hair as being a giant. Women, they're nothing to gods. I've seen many people uses the word Nephilim. You have no idea who they are. You're using their name because you think, oh, I'm this. In your book, it stated you are not what you think you are. Women, find shelter through the true vessel. Because right now, they're so close to taking the decree into effect. It's so close. They're so close taking the decree into effect. And then it will pass. It's like when you just have no idea, women. Father Khan, you have not done, you have not, women, many of the worlds have not atoned many sins. Why I am aiming again the 3 nights and 3 days fasting. Today I finished my 2 days fasting straight with nothing. 2 days straight with nothing. From 10 days fast, when I was carried into Pluto, 7 days fasting when I was carried to Venus, 3 days fasting when I was carried to Maton, and now 2 days fasting, they carried me into above. Above women. When I say above women, that I forbid. Because women, if you knew who I am, you won't and will not humiliate me. Because in the beginning, I was. As a woman, my father caged me into the top of the hills. Because I can turn into human, I can turn into whatever I like, I can turn into a parrot and go here and there. You have no idea, woman, who you are speaking to, and you have no idea what you are talking to in your book. As being a only woman, I was being protection. Wherever I go, I have guarded so much. Like in your worldly princes and princesses, wherever they go, they are so guarded. It's nothing to me, human. It's nothing. I have more than this. Wherever I go, when Father is sending, because women, there's no worthy to, as being a daughter of my Father, I obey as a child also. I say like a record what they told me. If Yah says this to me, I say what Father said through Yada. That was the time when I was trying to get out from that cage where Father placed me in that yellow color cage. Gold, I would say GOLD, because I knew I am, in that cage, women, it's a very, very, it's Merkaba, Merkaba, and then it's exactly like a worldly, what you write on your Merkaba, but it was like a shelter inside it, because there were time of my incarnations that I did not go home. So Father was worried because when you say incarnation before women, I just fly as a tree, and then as a tree, a leaf, in Pocahontas, and Jasmine, she ride it into that, I am Jasmine Rice, women. When I, into that time, it was my, in the apple, the apple, women, there's inside the apple, on the middle of the apple, there is like a flower tree, like a flower tree. And then that very, very small, in the middle of the apple, that is, the seeds, where the seeds are, there's in the middle of it, like a wick. That's what I had in Jasmine. That's what I had in Jasmine. And then, because I like to see I like to see this, because as a child woman, it was born, all that falseness of the earth. You know, I go wherever I go, and I'm always followed by my guardians. I see guardians women is Gabriel. I call him Gabriel because as a spirit, being a child, I'm tall, but as a child in spirit, I could not speak the R. The L is R. So I call him Gabriel. That's the time when until I turned 3, it was Kamael Stearns. Kamael Stearns. And then after I turned 4, it was Michael. You called Michael Stern. Until I turned 7, it was Rafi Stern. Women? Women, you think you have seek because you think you knew my name, Lord, Lord, may enter the kingdom of heaven. Women, you have not seek the true Lord. You have not seek the true Lord because what you've been practicing is divination. You think you are humble when you're not. Women, you are not of the world's humble. For if you are humble, you won't talk as if like you knew everything of the earth. Like when you give humans false declaration that I, the Lord your God, have talked to you these things. Like when you said, the Lord talked to me. Women, that is a false declaration because as long as you cannot see me, how can you say that you have talked to me? Think that rational, women. Think that rational, or what you call logically. How can you say that I have talked to you when I cannot even speak your English? Spiritually, women, I don't speak your English. I speak heaven. In the flesh, women, in this flesh, I am trying with that even if it's stones coming through my heads. For every day, I cannot speak this word, This is a very, very curse lingo to all. You get it, women? You think you are humble enough. No, you're not, women. You are not humble. It says there, all you humble of the land. Zephaniah 2 to 3. All you humble of the land. Who you do what I command. For righteousness, seek humility. Perhaps you will be sheltered. How can you be sheltered, women, if you are like this? You are like this. Proclamation, declarations, speculations. You have no idea what you're talking to. You just receive what your pastors shove in your mouth. It's like a very small spoonful of Cerelac, and then you just swallow it. That's it. You don't seek because you think you know it all. When I said that my book is a double-edged words. It is not what it means, but in the world it is what you meant. To me as a spirit, which I knew my world as I am the Bible, the walking, living. I knew what it's meant because spiritually, women, I'm translating it from one to the other. Women, you have not found true humility. You have not found true righteousness. It is self-righteousness what you do. Because true righteousness, women, it is not saying anything to other people. It is not conveying words to other people, like declaring from your own mouth, stealing words of my mouth, saying that the Lord declared this, the Lord tell me this, I have talked to Jesus, I have talked to the Lord, I have all that gibberish you have in your world. I ain't having it, human. I ain't and will not gonna have that. For that is falsifications. I am the Lord your God. You are blaspheming. Every time you preach the word of God and steal words of my mouth, telling the world of your followers, or I shall call your flock, that I have tell you this, I have denied you. For I am not, and have not talked to any of the worlds, for there is no worthy, except the true Zion's. You know, women? True Zion's women, I'll tell you in the next record, because true Zion's means a fighters. No matter what we become, in the end, we just come back to life as love. For love is a cleansing alcohol that cannot and there is no effect. Even when we don't finish the work we have done. For in the beginning, all we have been doing is work. While you in this end, falsification, practicing divination, and declaring that I have spoken to you when you're not. Why? You cannot literally see me even when I was a spirit, yet you lies.